Hello, mother truckers. What's going on? This is grabbing the brisket. That's
talking about. Yes, sir.
So we're sliding right into it. Now we're trying something a little bit different today. We have the grabbing the brisket beer review coming right on deck, but we're sampling the beers.
It's been poured.
It's been poured.
Right. We're not reviewing yet, right? We're just drinking.
No.
Okay.
Hey,
We're just tasting.
Okay.
just a taste.
We'll make sure we're on the same page.
Just a smidge.
Just a tip. That's it.
Oh,
Whoa,
I'm not
hey,
doing that.
hey, just the tip.
Just the tip of the
tip.
drink. Yes.
All right, guys, it's grabbing the brisket. Hey, thank you for choosing grabbing the brisket. I know there's like hundreds of different other podcasts.
There's only three.
There's only
three
two,
other
and
podcasts
three.
that you listen to.
There's Joe Rogan.
Yep.
And
Something about murder, I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
and then there's us.
How they got away with it or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Which my wife probably listens to. How I can get away with
Matt's
it.
not here, but Kayla definitely listens all those podcasts.
Yep.
Like she's learning all the tips and tricks.
Matt better not. He better not mess up.
Get
Get out of line.
Matt's not here tonight.
Yeah. Matt, you know why?
Right, where is Matt?
He's been gone in Austin.
Matt
for like
just
the
got
whole.
buried in the
No,
backyard.
I actually stopped by their house earlier to pick up my mail from when
Did
they
you
were
see
gone.
Matt?
No, I ring the doorbell and she came. She's like, "Oh, I think Matt's indisposed."
Yeah,
I
right.
was like, indisposed.
Matt's in the
That's
backyard.
code word.
Well, part of him is.
Right? Is
right?
he pooping or
Yeah.
is he dead?
No.
Indisposed or
Part of his
decomposing?
part of his torso
Yeah,
is
Matt's
being buried.
Matt's
yeah.
decomposed, indisposed.
Indisposed.
He went to Austin, decided to stay, and
Yeah.
she was not happy, I guess.
Nope. That's what happens. Play around with fire, get burned. Just
Exactly.
saying.
You got Boomer in the backyard just digging him up. She's like, "Stop it! I'm trying to dig him, trying to bury him deeper."
Yeah. Wow. Hey, rest in peace, Matt. Rest in peace, brother.
Rest in pieces.
We love you.
We'll see you next week.
Okay.
Right.
Well, we think.
So we just got back from the Austin Rodeo.
Yes.
The barbecue. It's so confusing.
Is
I don't
it-
know how they're.
Is Austin
it's
the barbecue capital?
barbecue Austin
BBQ Austin is what they call it.
at the Austin Rodeo?
Right.
Yeah. Is Austin the capital of barbecue?
They think they are.
It used to be.
I don't know.
It
Texas
maybe
is.
still is. I don't
It's
know.
capital of Texas. But with Franklin there, is it the capital of barbecue?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I'm
feel,
just
I feel
throwing
like
it out there.
everything is like filling up around him
Yeah.
and around Austin. Everything.
Yeah.
What I'm hearing, and you guys probably can attest to this. I'm seeing a lot of pitmasters and a lot of people that have been cooking in Austin, just like jumping ship
Can't make it.
Right.
and just going to Houston, going
Don't
to
come here.
Dallas,
Do not come
going
here.
to other
Yeah.
places in Texas and open up their barbecue restaurants.
Craft barbecue is blowing up everywhere.
It's huge.
Yeah. If you don't come here, go to like Arizona. Go to Michigan. Okay?
You probably be more successful.
Exactly.
Like if you go open up shop in, I don't know, Portland, Oregon,
Hey.
or somewhere that doesn't have,
You're-
know.
don't come to the third largest city in the nation in Texas. 'Cause let me tell you, there's like 8,000 pitmasters.
We're
out here.
full.
Yeah. You're 8,001, bro.
It was a good idea like 10 years ago or 5 years ago.
20 years ago.
Right when
Now it's
Pinkerton
like-
opened up.
Oh yeah. And now it's like just everybody's like, "Bro, you see my tattoos? I got craft brew and barbecue. Let's go."
Brew Q.
Brew.
BBQ.
Exactly.
There it is.
I don't know.
I think we ran into them at the Austin Rodeo.
If your barbecue's good enough, though,
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna stand the test of time. Like if it's good, then everybody's gonna line up around the block to get it.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, let's talk about this Austin barbecue competition that we got invited out to.
Big
What is-
thanks to Austin Smokeworks.
Guys, if you don't know who Austin Smokeworks is, it's the people that built Johnny and June, John's Pit over here, and they are a phenomenal bunch.
It's all of ours.
It is kind of, but it's John's, and they are a phenomenal bunch of group of people that really allowed us to come out and enter get one of their spots. Right, they had like 5 spots, so we were able to compete in one of their spots they had. But man, they put on one hell of a party. I mean, the whole time, right? The whole production was phenomenal, and every single person was helpful in it. I mean, I don't know, man. I can't say enough about those the whole group. I mean, it was cool, man. It was really cool.
Any special shout outs, John?
Yeah, I don't know. They were all awesome. Jimbo,
Jason.
Yeah, Jason, Solitaire, Michael, all of them were great. Everybody was super helpful.
Austin.
Everybody was fun to hang out with. Yeah. Everybody was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did talk to Austin, and he did say that he was an avid listener. He said, I might have listened to all of your episodes. And I was like, really? So, like, big shout out to Austin. Right?
That guy was he was getting it like all over that place. He did a lot.
He did. And
Not gonna lie.
yeah.
They were working their butts off. And I went up there on Wednesday. And it kind of kicked off by like about Friday. And when I got there Wednesday, I was talking to Jason. And he said, hey, maybe you can help me go pick up one of the pits. I was like, sure, okay. So I didn't realize it was like an hour or so away. But I'm like, okay. So I follow him out there. And they've got pits out there. And they're still grinding on them. They're still like sanding them down. At least 3 pits that they showed up with at the cook-off didn't have paint on them the day before. Like they were painting them and taking them out there.
Hell yeah. I love that shit.
They're working their asses off.
Quick dry on the drive.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. So we didn't actually say this a couple minutes ago when we started, but this is episode 150. So I just thought I'd put that out there.
I was going to say Bicentennial, but
Bison.
what is it?
Bison nickel.
I don't know.
I don't know what you just said, but it's not that one, James.
I know it's not. What is Bicentennial? That's
it's century is 100 years.
Correct.
I think
So
that means
50
twice
years?
every 100 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Apparently, I'm being uneducated.
Is it?
So
Is that? Would you say like bicentennial?
right?
50 years.
Anyway, this is
50
episode
years?
150. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
I thought I'd share.
So what do we have? This year we're gonna bust.
I'm
Sorry.
not doing the math on this.
I'm trying to do the math. Like shit, is it gonna be the end of the year that we bust 200?
We'll have we won't.
If I had to guess, it would probably be unless we do like
It'll be next year when we do it.
unless we do some like a lot of bonus.
Yeah, we do
episodes.
bonuses.
Okay.
It's possible, but probably in January, I would say.
Stay tuned to the Grabbing the Brisket 200th episode because I think we're gonna have an epic party.
Yeah. I was already thinking about this the other day. Like, what could we do? Like, I was thinking about how I could like have some little clips from past episodes set up. We could just kind of listen to them and talk about them throughout that episode. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's going to be
do
good.
that.
So a lot of people, obviously, I mean, not obviously, but if you have been following some of our social media posts that we put out there, whether it's TikTok and you've seen on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, we got 5th place chicken out of 184 teams.
That's right.
That's amazing.
It
was
is.
so
Yeah.
stoked.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I talked a lot of shit about this chicken. And
when we talked about it, you were like, I'm not feeling great about the chicken.
I did not feel that great
Matt-
about the chicken.
Matt's not here. He's like, I feel like those are worst.
Yeah, I did not feel that great about the chicken. I felt like the ribs were freaking money. They were so freaking good.
Really?
Yes. The flavor, the
flavor
bite
was
through,
perfect.
The bite through, everything about the rib was great if you were cooking for KCBS.
For sure.
But
In Lone Star or
I
in
know.
Texas,
I know.
they want them falling off the bone.
shaking off the bone.
Yeah.
Right, because
Touch the
they
bone,
have to use a
meat
fork and
falls
knife,
off.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
they don't get their own rib. They have to...
It's like you stare at the bone too long, the meat just fell off the bone. That's
Right.
how
That's how they want it.
tender
Right.
you want the meat to be.
Right.
That's how I like my ribs.
Right. Shake a finger at it.
Yeah,
Done.
I like mine falling apart too. So
You just basically just like the whole competition box, like all the ribs inside. You just shake it up, just rattle it up,
Yeah.
and you open it up, and like all the bones are like laid up Jenga style on the side, and then you have all the meat just sitting there,
Meat morsels.
right? And everybody just like sits there and starts eating the meat.
I'm
it's
all
awesome.
about that.
Next time, we're doing McRibs. We're pulling the bones out. That's all I'm saying. Hey,
I'm pretty sure that's spam.
yeah, whatever. That's what we're just.
Hey,
we're
my
serving.
God, like you might have just caught on to something right there.
Yeah.
Has anybody ever done that?
No.
in competition.
Just pull the
remove
freaking bones
just
out.
so
It's
tender. Just remove all the
stack them.
ribs and just
Yeah.
like you just have little meat sticks.
Just stack them like it's supposed to be. 5 and 4.
You might be onto something.
Let's get an extra spot to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do turn-ins. This is great.
Right, yeah. So the ribs, we did
Yeah.
not get a call in. We didn't
No
get-
call.
We got nothing. Really.
0 call.
No final table. No nothing.
And on the flavor alone, I think we should have got...
The flavor was on point.
But we weren't even the top, like...
No, we didn't
30
make.
or
We didn't even
something.
make this the semifinal table on
Yeah.
ribs. Yeah,
You know what that means also? That people are cooking good ribs. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like you cannot say that you give credit where credit is due. They didn't like our ribs, but they liked everybody else's. Perfect. Good.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Hey, credit to Bill Purvis with Chicken Fried Barbecue.
Kicking
Yeah.
ass.
Kicked that ass. I think he got reserve grand champion
For the
the
Texas
Texas champion edition.
Yeah.
Correct. Congratulations to Phil Breeden
Yep.
with Lucky Charms Barbecue. He got grand champion with the Texas
Yep, same thing. The Texas champions, whatever.
champions.
Yeah, these are all past guests, so I'm not going to say that like you come on our show, you're probably going to win some stuff. But
If you want to come on the show and you want to win, then
right,
well, I'm sorry. If you want to win, then you need to come on the show.
right. I
Should've
did see
said
today
that.
that Arnie Tex posted that he was 12th in brisket out there. So
Nice.
that's
Yeah, we saw
pretty
Arnie
kick-ass.
Tex out there.
Yeah, he was 12th. We were 21st.
Correct.
Right,
21st in brisket.
22nd, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, James told me 21st. I've been telling a lot of people 21st. And
Sheesh.
that sucks.
Poor son of a bitch that was 21st.
We
He's
just
like,
took over his spot.
took his cred.
I know. Okay, so we're 22nd in brisket.
Correct.
We
Just a
posted
liar.
21st.
I didn't.
Well, James did, I think.
Okay.
Maybe I did. I don't know. Hey, tomatoes are right there in the
Sorry,
same
bro.
boat.
And we're not liars. We just can't count.
I was bummed I didn't get to talk to Arnie Tex though, because I was like going to turn something in or something when he came running by.
Was
Yeah,
it chicken?
I saw him a
Return
couple
of chicken
times.
or-
Something, yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. He rode by. It's such a nice guy.
I know.
Yeah,
He's
he,
so
he
nice.
is like he is an OG of cook-offs.
We
and-
have to have him back on the podcast.
without a doubt. But he has a charisma about him that
yeah.
he lights up. He lights up a cook area when he
he's
walks
happy.
into the room. You know what I mean? He's just a cool dude.
And he's, I believe he is Barbecue Hall of Fame too, isn't he? Or Texas Barbecue Hall of Fame or something.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, there were so many like it's kind of a whirlwind when we were there because we had so much we had to do, and then we're trying to do stuff with grabbing the brisket and socialize and doing all that stuff like that. It just everything just
Autographs.
There's so many autographs.
There wasn't. I don't know about autographs. But there was
Crazy.
a lot of people that came by that were like, "Hey, grabbing a brisket. Hey, what's going on?"
We did see a lot of people, so
Yeah.
that's super awesome. Shout out to Aaron Leslie with the Texas Old Dust.
Yep,
That's
been
right.
Kicking ass too.
We're gonna try to work and try to get him on the podcast because that guy is spitting out a lot of good products
yeah, and kicking people's ass in
and
competition.
kicking everybody's ass in competition. So we're trying to get him on. We'll line up a date and we'll get him back on. I know we talked to Phil Breeden briefly, trying to get him back on. We're trying to get him to give us the secrets on. He's kicking ass with that Lucky Charms, with that foul play, with all the different seasonings and rubs that he
Buy
has.
his line. Buy his line.
I know, but
they
how
do
do
cooking
you
classes.
use them?
Hey, they do cooking classes.
Exactly.
We'll get him on there, and he's going to break it down for everybody.
Let's do it.
Right? And then, but listen, we actually had somebody loves bacon. Who was that? Rick loves bacon.
Yep.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Rick Loves Bacon right now because this dude showed up. He found that we were out there. He's in the area, I think, or whatever else. But really, really cool guy, and he's definitely into barbecue. It was just a pleasure to get to know this guy and hang out with him.
Definitely.
Yeah, Rick came by. He was super nice guy.
He was, and like I said, it was a pleasure to get to know him. And we had other people coming up and saying like seeing the banner that we had up, and it was kind of weird because you're like, there's a big crowd of people walking through, and somebody says, "Are you grabbing the brisket?" And I'm like, yeah, we are." And then they walk in like, "Oh my God, I've listened to your episodes. I've done this," and you're like, "Is this real? Like, how have you? You know what I mean?"
Am I famous for you now?
No, it's not being famous. It's just it's just realizing that somebody else has listened to, like, if I find one person that is actually listening to this podcast, I'm a happy camper.
Same.
It doesn't, you know what I mean? I'm not saying I don't have a big head. I have a, you know, I'm very humble in this whole thing, and I think I'm astonished. I'm like, wait, you actually spent the whole 30 minutes or 60 minutes doing this, dude? Thank you so much. Like, was it a horrible episode? Did you like it? And then you get feedback like, no, I've listened to like almost all of your episodes.
Right.
And you're like, fuck yeah, let's hang out.
I mean, that's why you do it. Like, hopefully you, like, somebody's that's, like, listening along that you can provide a little bit of information and a little bit of entertainment to somebody, like, driving to their job, or somebody cutting grass, or somebody, like, doing something that they rather not be doing.
Yeah. And
you can take their mind off of it.
Right. Or doing something they love, and you're still a part of that, right? Like, you know what? I was at work. I love my job. I scoop ice cream all day,
right.
Or I drive a truck, or you know what? I'm sitting in my office and I'm a freaking, I manage people's money, and I make big decisions and whatever. But you know what? Grabbing the brisket takes me through the whole day. Right?
It's like a double entendre, or entendre.
Double entendre.
Did y'all,
Jeez, James.
Did y'all read the article that I sent y'all?
Jesus,
on the
James.
group text.
Which one?
Freaking
The one that had us ranked number 10.
I think they had us ranked like number
no.
something
Listen,
like
no,
number
yeah.
8 like a year ago.
Well,
Yeah.
the one I sent was like number 10 in the world.
Yeah, it's not true. I'm telling you right now.
We're number 1.
I've already went to their house. I've already tied their family up.
Hey, tell
I
them
guarantee
to
you-
contact John and
Yeah.
Number 10
give
in the
them
world?
our download
No,
numbers.
I already emailed the guy.
Yeah.
But he's already reached out. We were already
Okay.
talking.
No, it doesn't
Discuss
matter.
it.
Listen, we're number 10 now. That's something to shoot for next year. I'm okay with that.
But 10 in the world? That's
great.
That's pretty freaking good.
Well, yeah, there's only 11 in the world, though.
No.
No.
Like, come on. that one has 3 episodes out.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we're doing more than 3 episodes. I listen, it doesn't matter. I don't look at that. I don't care about it. Like, you tell me I'm last place in every race there could be. Great. Okay, great. I'm still doing what I do.
Perfect. Hey, as long as you're tuning in and having fun with us and sitting on the table right here next to us and listening to and talk barbecue, hey, all's
If
good.
you're not driving down the road right now with a freaking cold ass beer, in
Do
your
not
hand,
drink beer.
listening to this freaking podcast, you know what? There's something wrong with you. Then
We
okay?
do not condone drinking
Yes, we
and
do.
driving.
No,
we
we don't.
100% do.
Hey, let's talk about the cook-off a little
not
bit.
at all.
Let's talk
Okay.
about our open turn-in. Our chef's choice, our jackpot.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the compound butter.
The one that's still in an ice chest somewhere.
Well, we pulled it out.
When we got home here,
Sunday
it was
night,
melted
Sunday afternoon.
all
Was
in
it?
an ice
Yeah.
chest.
It was a
Oh,
little
nice.
smeary. Yeah. I know it's even a thing, but yeah. So if you think about this, I think we did what we planned to do.
I think we did good.
Yes.
I mean, we didn't win. We got 17th, and there was 91 or 94 turn-ins, something like that. We did okay.
I think that we did really good. If you saw how much work other people did to theirs, and to come in like at 20-something or whatever, 30th, 90th, 80th,
Right.
people
yeah.
put in a lot of work.
Well, I
to these-
saw the
these
video
turn-
of the Texas Oil and Dust guys.
Yeah.
He had a
It
little
looked
clip. Of,
good.
yeah, he did like the full beef ribs and then cut out a couple of the bones and
Right.
put it over a bed of something or other, and
Yeah.
it looked.
I think it's
legit.
like mashed potatoes or some type
It
of
looked really
like.
good.
I think he had shrimp in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just did a surf and turf, and it was. I mean, it looked good. I don't know.
Well, it's not just a surf and turf. We did a Wagyu ribeye. In my opinion, grilled perfectly. Right, it was not overdone.
Yeah,
It was
looked
not
perfect.
underdone. It was a perfectly grilled ribeye, along with perfectly cooked shrimp, wrapped in bacon, and then sautéed with. It was an apricot
yeah, like a spicy apricot glaze. type.
glaze
Yeah.
that just kind of grilled it, and then as it kept grilling, we kept glazing, right? So it just kept burning into it. It was
Caramelizing, so good.
so freaking good. It
I-
was really good.
I think that, and I'm just going to ask this question. I'm going to pose it to you guys.
Yeah.
How many entries? Probably 90.
Yeah, 91, I think.
90.
91. What are the, I say, percentage of people that turned in did steak?
Shit, I don't know. I would guess 25% at least, maybe more.
I would say probably, yeah, there's a, yeah.
Or
maybe.
some sort of steak.
Yeah.
Steak, like ribeye or filet mignon or whatever. I mean, you probably had maybe half the category.
But you had fish for people. You had
Right.
You had I mean you had whole different like potluck meals looking things being generated and cooked.
And that's probably something that maybe we'll come up with a new episode one of these days, and we'll talk about these open
What would you
categories of
cook?
what would you cook, what would you do,
Yeah.
because it's kind of one of those deals. Like if say 90 people are entered in this open category, and 70 or 50 people do steak and shrimp or steak and seafood, some type of surf and turf.
Serving green bean casserole. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
And I'm saying
Makes it hard to differentiate.
it
yourself
does
if
make it
everybody's
hard
doing the same
to okay. So what do you? How do you make yourself
well, what
stand
won
out?
it?
How do you make yourself stand out?
Do we know what won it?
We don't.
thing. No.
No, nobody tells
Lucky
that.
Charms. I think Lucky Charms won it.
Well,
I think you're right.
Let's ask him. Let's ask him what he cooked.
I'm sure he'll tell us.
He will
Although
tell us.
Texas Oil and Dust, I think he was in, what did he get, 10th place or 9th place or something?
He was up there in the top 10.
top 10
Yeah.
for his. And his
And
was
he
not
did
surf
a
turf.
beef rib with there was some type of reduction sauce, and there was like mashed potatoes and all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
we're going to try to get Aaron on, and we'll definitely ask him.
Well, even Michael Braceno, the other guy from Austin Smokeworks, I think he got 4th. And he did some kind of, was it bacon wrap shrimp popper or something? or other?
Jalapeno poppers, right?
Yeah, with shrimp. Yeah. So
Look, don't let me go to HEB and pull out one of those bacon meals.
right.
I'm going to put in some chicken. I'm going to get some asparagus going, some broccoli, that Southwest sauce. I'm going to win this shit. Just saying.
All I'm saying is, and I had this idea earlier, just chicken fried steak. Just a nice bed of gravy, chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes. Turn that in, let it go.
On top of some like big, thick steak fries, right? That way you get a little bit of the fry, a little bit of... I'm on board with that, James.
Hey,
I mean, y'all do have the best chicken fried steak recipe
Let's
in
do it.
Texas.
Let's do
There it is.
For sure.
all right,
There
so
it is.
let's talk a little bit about just the fun, the shenanigans. I'll tell you right now, one crazy story that I had. I'm not going crazy. I'm just saying one of the crazy stories, like anybody that's ever been a part of a cook-off, and if you're a part of a large cook-off, there's a lot of comings and goings in the middle of the nights, which typically lead in the mornings when people are trying to come up, and like you have the fresh crew coming up to relieve everybody. I was walking and I was trying. It's like I got back to the site where we're like, okay, the pit's already lit. I got to run back to the camper. I got to get something. I'm running back, and I see this girl coming this way, and she's just like doing one of those little like stumble type like.
Well,
She's
it was 4:15.
It's probably, yeah. She's keeping it together.
Yeah.
And she was just like, chairs. And I'm like, what? And I didn't say that. I didn't say what. I said, excuse me, ma'am? She's like, chairs. I mean, it must be good. I mean, we're both here at the same time. I'm like,
As you're walking down the street?
yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
And she just like, all right. I just kept walking. I like kept walking. I was like,
Cheers.
what? Cheers?
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 Are
Are
you
you
cheers?
cheers? It sounded like you want to sit down in a chair.
Yeah, was it Cheers or
But
did
it
she
was
need
like a
somewhere to sit down
Cheers.
for a minute?
I was like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, baby. Like, where are you going? Are you? It sounded like she going. She leaving.
Yeah.
I was like, you should be staying. Like,
You
pull up a
should-
chair.
Hey, you shouldn't be driving.
Right. Oh, man.
And so we had a little excitement. I guess the Austin Rodeo decided to pop off a little fireworks.
At a fire.
And we're just going to do it in a field where there's nothing but dead
Right.
brush.
Yeah.
I mean,
There was fire.
People are worried about their cars burning up. I mean, they lit like 4 fires.
Yeah.
4 fires out there. Yeah.
What?
John has a video of it. He's like on Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I can post that.
Yeah, John will post it. Like we're going around the.
When you
John's
think
going
your car's when you think your car's okay in the parking lot, you look back and you're like,
Right.
that's a little close.
Right. It was close.
Yeah.
I had to pick up my truck. I was like, good Lord, it's probably within 100 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had fun. The Austin Rodeo. It's one of those deals that put it on the bucket list. So we checked it off.
It's a big one.
Hopefully next year we can get out there and cook a little more. I feel like our brisket was just a little off from putting us up into the top 10. Brisket was. I mean, the ribs were definitely way off.
Yeah, I don't know.
We're not cooked.
I was happy with our brisket. I really
it's like-
was. Like, when we turned that in,
yeah,
I was like,
it's the
yeah,
cooking-
this is good. But, I mean, we are in Texas, and we're going against 184 of the teams that
It is
know
what
how
it
to cook
is.
brisket.
It is what it is.
It's,
right?
either you're in the running or you're not. And then
Well,
out
look-
of those percentages that are actually in the running, it's a crapshoot.
It's a luck. I mean, at that point, once you get to the final like top 20,
We
top
were
whatever,
final table, so
yeah. So then, really and truthfully, it's just like how like that flavor profile you have out there, is it hitting with the judge you have in front of you? Like, and do this whole thing a week later with different judges.
who knows?
It could be different. It's going to be a different outcome. It's not. It could be. It's going to be.
Right.
So, but here's the deal. I will say this: the people that are very successful are winning week in and week out with different judges because they're putting quality food out in front of somebody that is, and they're very consistent in how they're doing. So consistency that's the key.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
We are going to try to get those people on the podcast and back on the podcast
And give us
again.
their secrets.
And give us their secrets.
And if they don't,
Thank you, Jen.
we're dumping them. Dump. Dump off the podcast.
Do we have
dump.
a dump button?
Yeah, we're going to dump them. And then we're going to bring them back on and be like, just kidding. Let's give us your secrets.
Yes, we love you.
Or burn your house down.
I feel like you're talking to certain people in particular.
No,
but that's
no,
fine.
that's not
We'll
true.
leave it alone.
We would not.
But never speak
No.
to somebody that
This
way.
probably does lead us into the grabbing the brisket.
Be review.
I'm so glad you said this, James, because
I'm almost out.
this is a delightful beer.
My beer's gone.
Delicious. Delightful. But
And so I've done
I
the
wouldn't
math.
say delightful, but
I will. And I've already done the math on this. This was a 4-pack.
This
No.
is a 6-pack.
This
There's
is a
2 more in there.
6-pack. And I'm looking right now. I'm like, do we get more beer? Because this is really good.
You can if you want.
Thank you.
This is another one from Saloon Door, and this is Tasty AF Nitro. We've had Tasty AF. We've reviewed Tasty AF. I think it was a video. I don't think we did it on the show, but we've done a few different beers from Saloon Door. This is their Tasty AF Nitro milk stout with peanut butter and chocolate. 2 of my favorite things. And this is a 6% alcohol by volume. Jan, you want to talk about it?
I do want to talk about this beer. This beer is freaking amazing. This
dude, always with the peanut butter and chocolate.
I love peanut butter chocolate beers. I don't know what it is.
first of all,
I do
peanut
too.
butter and chocolate are amazing.
Yes.
This beer
And Reese's peanut butter cups.
is my favorite beer. This beer is like it is so delicious.
Wow.
This is my favorite beer they've ever made.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
100%.
You're coming out strong out of the gates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very familiar with some of their other ones.
Yeah, it's... Man.
It's
good.
familiar, but it doesn't have the back ends. Something like the AF has like a little bit of like a
The ridiculous
Yeah.
AF, well,
Right.
that's like a 12% beer, and yeah, it has a bite.
Do you want to explain a little
yeah.
bit about this? Like, this is the Nitro.
Right.
yeah.
You want to explain a little bit about... It definitely has pouring instructions on the
It
side.
does
of
have
the
like
can.
a 5-step pouring instruction. Jan wasn't there for that.
Right. Yeah, I
But,
didn't get to see that, but
yeah.
it's one of those things where you have to like shove the can down and ease up as you start pouring.
No, not
It's
this
a
one.
hard pour.
Hard pour.
You shake it. Shake it in there.
Pour from a high altitude.
Yeah, we put the cup
8
on the
foot up.
floor, and then we
Yeah.
stood up on a ladder and poured
Right.
it into the cup.
That's why the mess is on the floor over there. I see it.
Right. Yeah. Now you got to like really pour it. I don't know why they call it a nitro. I don't understand. I think it needs one of them little widgets like a Guinness has.
Yeah.
I think it would make it better,
Well,
but really, it's good.
It's like back in the day when the Dukes of Hazzards and when they used to have to haul nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
It's like that. So all the nitros in the can, you have to activate it and shake it hard.
No, why don't you shake it up before we open it? I don't even know. All I know, it's delicious. And if you look at the foam right here that I have in my thing, it leaves a healthy amount of micro bubbles or micro foam still stuck to the bottle.
Like a Guinness.
That's right.
Okay. Well, you've talked that up a little bit. You want to give a score?
Yeah. 8-9.
8-9.
8-9. This is an 8-9 beer all day long.
Okay. So it's not your favorite beer ever then?
Well, I never scored anything over a 9.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Let me verify that.
Verify all you want.
And we're checking the judges.
Judges say...
All right, while he's checking, I'll say I enjoy this. This is a good beer. I'm 8.6.
8-6. You're following suit.
8.6. This is a good beer.
Because I wanted to go 9-8, but I was like, no, I'm going to invert that.
Oh, wow.
8-9. It's an 8-9 beer. This is an 8-9 beer, by the way.
It's a good beer. I would definitely drink this again.
An 8.99. This is like almost a 9.0. This is a phenomenal beer.
It is.
I don't think I'm that
John, I don't want
high
you
on it.
looking this up. Because I think I have a 9.3. I really do.
I'm definitely going to probably bring the score down just a little bit lower.
You shouldn't, James.
It's going to happen because
you hold it
I
to
cannot
yourself.
go that high.
You never liked these.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go like probably a 6.8.
Are you fucking... I mean, are you...
6.8.
Are you
That's it.
serious?
Yeah.
You don't like this
It's
beer?
good. It's good.
This is a 6.8?
I'm not buying it again. It's good.
How did y'all
I'll
share
drink
a
this.
womb?
I don't know.
John.
9.3?
You've had 6 beers that were 9 or above. 2 of them from Saloon Door.
Well, I was drunk.
You may be drunk now.
So
Thank you,
okay.
Saloon Door.
Well, you know what? Then I changed my score. This is a 9.4.
You did ridiculous AF at a 9.3. So you did remember that.
I
That's
said
pretty
that.
good. Yeah.
9.3. This is a 9.4 then.
Okay.
Whatever. I don't care.
I can't help myself.
Yeah. You know what, with all the little information at your fingertips over there. Yeah. Good for you, John.
I like this beer too. I like it a lot. I don't know what it is about these nitros though. Something about them. There's just like a flatness to them.
Yeah.
But I do still like it.
I agree.
I do agree with
that's
that.
why I voted it a little bit lower because it was
You know,
there was
James,
no
you
no
didn't-
crispness.
No, you didn't
to
go
it.
a little bit lower.
I didn't say
You killed
Christmas.
it.
I said crisp.
Yeah.
You killed it.
I'm not dropping off like you did though. I'm
Yeah.
not. If this had the whatever you call it, more whatever the fuck makes it taste not so flat, this would be in the 9s for
Carbonation.
me for sure. But still, this is probably. I'm going to give it like a. I'm going to go 8.1.
Yeah. It's a good beer.
This is
That's
still
a good
really
score.
good. So it is what
That's
it
a great
is.
score.
Yeah,
James, you want to you want to reconsider your score?
I do not.
James,
I
please
stand
Can you
for it.
please turn your
drink
mic
the
off?
next 2 nitros that are in the cooler, and then
Yeah.
give your score.
I stand for.
Let's go.
I have a beer in there that I will not name that I will give a 9+ review.
Perfect. That's probably really helping them out that you won't give their name, but you're giving them a good review.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, it's the beer that shall not be named.
Shall not be named. We'll review it.
Alex,
another
what do you
time.
got?
Okay, I want to try it.
I already gave my score.
What was it?
8 point.
It was an 8. Was it 8.3 or 8.6?
I think he said 3, but I don't remember.
I want to say it was 8.3.
We'll listen back.
Damn it! We can't even get our shit together. What is wrong with you?
Now
Is it-
I got
this
the
nitro?
sneezing fit over here.
This nitro's affected you people.
Yeah. Why does episode 150 sound
Yeah.
a lot like episode 3?
Yeah, I don't know, but the quality's better. I'll tell you that.
All right. Well, that concludes the
Grabbing the Brisket Brew review.
yeah. Exactly.
Review.
Okay, so yeah, we wrapped up Austin Rodeo BBQ Cookoff. So we're trying to plan out some more cook-offs. We are getting ready to put our sponsor packet out there. So if you're a small business owner, that'll be out there. Reach out to us. Where can folks reach out to us, though, James?
They can reach out to us at grabinthebrisket.com or grabthebrisket.com.
Right, or grabinabrisket@gmail.com. Shoot us a direct line, and we'll get you set up.
I love
I
it.
love that.
We'll
You
get
both
you set
love
up.
that. Wow, they
We'll
both
get you
love
set
it.
up with our sponsorships. And you know what?
Hey, if they sponsor, they come out and party with us.
No, they do. And I love that at every cook-off that we have.
Ever.
Forever. Please.
But can I? I'll just interject just a little bit. So people that are listening along, first and foremost, thank you for listening. Second, please let us know what you want to talk about. I mean, do you want more recipes? Do you want Jan babbling on about whatever? Do you want to hear Alex just say whatever? Or do you want to hear James just talk about...
Nobody wants to hear James talk about anything, okay?
What about John?
Yeah.
Wow,
John.
that's a
John.
real
I didn't know
dig.
John was even on here.
Who's John?
All right, I'll edit that out.
Listen,
Who's
guys.
Matt?
Yeah. Everybody wants to hear Matt, probably. They're like, I like Matt.
He's the
Christ.
one that has the most knowledge about
Everything?
everything.
Yeah. He reads some books.
Reads the books.
I love it.
I love it.
So, hey, grab another brisket. I wish I had another list planned, but I don't.
You didn't
That's
plan a list?
I did not.
That's okay.
So I'll have one for us next episode.
Hey,
Okay.
real quick. When we were sitting for judging on Sunday, and they went straight to the chicken category, and we got called for 5th place chicken. How excited were you guys? How pumped were you at that point? There's 300 plus people looking at us walk up there, right?
It was awesome.
And we tell them, because we cooked under Austin Smokeworks, and we yell the name out, and the whole crowd hears Austin Smokeworks, blah blah. I love that, by the way.
It's such a combination of relief and excitement.
Yeah, but here's the deal. It set the tone because it was almost, for me, it was at a point like when I'm sitting there, I was like, okay, great.
It was relief.
Let's get to the other categories.
Right.
Yeah, that
Right?
was kind of like...
Where
after
did we
that point, I was
fare?
like, what the hell? Why didn't we get called again?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm stoked. After... it had been a while since the last one, so we knocked some dust off. I think I'm very happy.
I think chicken's probably one of the hardest proteins to actually nail down, to be honest with you. And to hit it the way we did at 5th place at 184 teams, I think is a great call. Because at that point, I think at 5th place and 1st place, there's probably not that many different numbers or points in between, right? So I'm like, look, we're there, right? It's a quality, it's good, whatever else. At the same time, I was thinking ribs. We all thought ribs were going to be the top something, top 20, top 30.
Flavor is awesome.
Yeah, but so there's a cap on when you start accumulating points and then when you stop, right? So in my mind, I'm thinking like, well, ribs are next, and we're going to there's definitely going to be a call on this. And I thought the chicken just set the tone. And if we could have had the ribs just be...
I thought the brisket was the next one for sure.
So, yes, I totally agree. I was there with that as well.
There was a little snafu with the brisket.
There was.
And I don't know if we want to get into it
And
and talk about
I think
it.
we do. Possibly, I think, had we turned in where we turned in at originally, right?
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Is, at that point... Are there different judges trying the brisket in the very beginning? You never know.
Maybe it goes on to a different
That's
table.
exactly right.
And
Yes.
maybe it goes into top 10.
That's
Yeah.
exactly
So,
right.
Well, let's explain. At this particular cook-off, it's big enough, and some of the bigger ones, they have you tag your brisket, which basically means they come around before you cook it, before you season it, before you do anything to it. And they put this metal tag through your brisket that has a number on it so they can say, you cooked it here on site, whatever. Well, at this cook-off, they wanted you to cut a chunk of your brisket off, wherever that tag was, a little part, and put it in your turn-in box with the brisket and turn it in. So we get our brisket cut up, we take it over there, me and Matt. And as we're walking over there, 2 or 3 people, including, I think, Texas Oil and Dust, Aaron, is like, hey, make sure you got your tags. Make sure you got your tags. And me and Matt are thinking to ourselves, we didn't even say anything, but afterwards we're talking about it, thinking to ourselves, we're talking about the tickets, because you got to keep your tickets. So you know what number to
your
see if you
tag on the box. You
Right.
tear your
See if
ticket off. You
see
got
if
your
you
tag.
won, right? Yeah. So we're like, okay, we got our tags, whatever, man. So we're standing in line, and we get up to, we're almost to the front of the line. We're talking to some other guy in line. I don't even remember. And we look over, and there's this big container bin. It's got a bunch of chunks of brisket sitting in it, and you can see the tags. And we're both at the same time. We're like, I think Matt said, "What is all that?" I was like, "Oh, those are the tags." Like, then we looked at each other. Oh shit!
Yeah. Simultaneously, this is like the not multiverse. Simultaneously, just pan over to the cooking site to where I am at, and I'm looking, and people are asking, and they're, "Hey, can I try a little brisket?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And I'm cutting meat off this brisket, and I'm cutting. Here you go. And as I'm cutting, I look down, and I see the tag on the brisket, and I'm like, I hand the brisket to the person that was sitting next to me. I'm like, my God, that's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be in the box. And I'm like, I take my knife and I'm just like, whack. I cut off the chunk and I pick it up in my palm. And mind you, I'm probably like about 100, like
probably 250 yards away.
yeah. And I'm like,
close.
I gotta run. They're in line. They're gonna get disqualified on this badass brisket that we just did. And I run. And I'm dodging people, and I'm going through the crowd.
Running with a brisket in your hand.
I got a chunk of brisket like I just ripped somebody's heart out. Just like double fisting it, just running through the crowd. And I'm dodging. And so I go to the tent, and I bust into the backside of this tent. And it's the backside of the judging tent. And I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, I don't see John or Matt or anybody. I'm like, I don't see anybody turning in. I'm actually inside the judging tent.
Yeah.
And I'm
place.
like, wrong place.
That's
so
a DQ right there.
I turn around and I walk back and I'm like looking around and the panic. I'm just like, I gotta find these guys. They're and so I'm like, where? And it's I run back to the site, our site where we were cooking, and all of a sudden I see Denny's like, oh, pointing that way.
Well, yeah. Okay. So at the same time, when we were running back, you ran out the front of our cook area, and at the same time, we just must have missed you because we ran to the back. There was like a back entrance, right? And I'm screaming at my wife, "Get James or Jan! Get James or Jan!"
Yeah.
And Jan's over there doing what he does, just fucking talking his head off to somebody at some super fan or something, and he's like turns around, starts slowly strolling towards me, and I'm like, "Get over here!" And he's like taking his rubber gloves off that he had used to cut up whatever he was cutting up. I'm like, "No, keep your gloves on!" And I'm climbing over the construction fence, trying to get to the brisket, and then I see James off in the corner, and he's holding up this chunk of brisket in his hand.
Brisket in my hand.
It's like gold. Yeah.
Just opened up the box, it slammed it into. I was like, go. We had probably 2 minutes to spare.
You had 2 minutes.
2 minutes
Two
to
minutes
spare.
turn
I'm
in.
like, run.
Did y'all run?
Oh yeah, we were running.
But when you got there, was there a line?
Oh, there was a line for sure. Yeah.
You were like,
And we get up to the front of the line to turn it in, and the guy, it's like we open it up, and the guy grabs a chunk of brisket and throws it in the box. Didn't look at the numbers, didn't do anything. Just picks it up and throws it in the box. Like, oh, okay. Alrighty then.
But how does that make it legit? Because you could have your one chunk of brisket with your tag on it, and the other brisket slices
That's
could
right.
be completely something
nobody
else.
cares.
There's no way.
It's a dumb call. Nobody
It's
ever
stupid.
does that. Normally they should have had somebody come over
never
and
heard of
verify your tags.
Any cook-off that we've been a part.
You don't do that. That's the dumbest thing. But listen, that's their thing. I'm not going to.
Yeah, Houston Rodeo, I'm pretty sure they tag and they come by and verify
That's it.
the number
That's
before you
tag,
cut.
No,
Before
are the
you-
tags
before you cut,
still in the
yeah.
brisket? That's all you have to do.
Pasadena was the same way. They would come and
Yeah.
check your tag, and then you cut it up right there, and they took the
But
box.
that's the deal. Is the tag still in your brisket and you're serving one of those briskets? Perfect.
Right.
They don't want you making a brisket or doing something to a brisket that's not tagged. And that's the whole premise of this.
Right.
So-
Which is why that didn't make any sense. But yeah.
Exactly. That's
So
Austin, man.
But that
They
was
just keep
fun.
it
make
weird.
sure
Exciting.
you, if
I
you
love
have to turn
Keep
in a
Austin
chunk
weird.
of your
Yeah.
brisket with the tag in it, turn your.
Don't forget.
Don't forget.
It's so
We got
funny.
caught up on nine slices.
Yeah.
We automatically forget. And when we talked about it right before, like, don't forget that little piece right there.
Right.
We're all talking about
Dude,
it. All of a
there
sudden, 9 slices. Looks great. Go.
Four
And
guys.
you're like,
Four guys standing around. Everybody forgot.
Yeah.
Well, half a dozen people told me and Matt to our face, "Don't forget your tags. Don't forget your tags." Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
who would forget those? That's
They,
so dumb.
they were being nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Every time I've ever walked turn-ups or turn-ins up there, I always tell everybody behind me, I'm like, it's over. Like, Judging's over.
Yeah, it's already gone, bro. Don't even worry about
And
it.
I've had several people turn around, and then I feel bad. I'm like, no, I'm just joking.
Yeah, we turn it in.
They're still taking turn-ins.
Yeah, I love it.
That's great.
Hey, we really do appreciate talking barbecue with you guys.
Peace.
Later, guys.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. We'd like to give a special thanks to Sucklebusters Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, Yeti Coolers, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Dalstrong Knives. We definitely appreciate your support.